Today we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Genius taxes!
Ta-da!
Eorian. This is Standard. I guess Kaito's still good. I guess Dimir is still good. It did well at the Pro Tour. It got a bunch of points. This is the version that did the best at Pro Tour Lorwyn Eclipsed. So you should know what Dimir is up to nowadays, whether you're playing it or playing against it, because it's one of the trickiest decks out there. And Kaito Bane of Nightmares remains in our nightmares, quite frankly. So hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB. Today we are going to explore Dimir midrange and how it's doing currently on the ladder in Standard. This version adds Requiem Hex. Actually, Dimir midrange overall hasn't had a lot of new cards. If you wanted to buy into one deck, have it be affected very minimally by the bans over the last few years, and have it always be kind of competitive, like tournament viable, Dimir midrange has been that way, almost unchanged since the drop of Duskmourn and Kaito Bane of Nightmares. But with Lorwyn Eclipsed, it finally gets some new tools to maybe help it out in a very brutal meta. We have 3 copies of Requiting Hex, which is probably the best card for black from Lorwyn Eclipsed, at least that I can think of. Name a better one in the comments. You can't do it, can you? A Spell Snare joins the mix, and this is a tempo deck, so a few spell snares are very nice. But Lockmare is a very interesting one. A 1 and a blue for a mythic 4/5 horse serpent. And when it enters, serpent, you can sack it to coma. Don't worry about it. If you don't know what that means, it's fine. It's a commander thing. It definitely wouldn't happen ever in Standard. As somebody who sacked Yori in the coma. This enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. 1 in a blue, remove a counter from this creature to draw a card. 2 in a blue, remove 2 counters to tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. So we can stun our opponent's stuff, and we can make a threat, and it can get card advantage. It's an interesting addition to the deck that I hadn't really considered specifically for Dimir, and we're going to be trying it out today. Maybe it will come up. There is 1 in the main and 1 in the sideboard. If you don't want to craft 2 mythic Lockmares, then you should be careful hitting craft all. Please be careful hitting craft all no matter what. Thank you. PSA completed. The rest of the deck is what you would expect, kind of. 1 Preacher. This used to be a mainstay in these piles, but now Tishana's Tideminder, up to a 4 of. I think this has a lot to do with the many triggered effects in Badger Mole Cub decks, but also specifically Superior Spider-Man, aka Cavaro the Mind-Bitten. I think that Tishana's Tidebinder is wonderful against that card, and that's why it's seeing 4 of level play at the moment. The mana base didn't get a bunch of new additions, as we already had Watery Grave going in, but there is some changes. The Fountain Port and the Soulstone Sanctuaries, the single starting town and the 2 passages. I trust the pros to figure out a good mana base with 9 basics as well, and I'm curious to see how this performs in Best of One. So it's not a lot of new, but it might be good new. Let's go see if this can hang in that tough Best of One meta where midrange and tempo are hard to do. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Today's video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Use promo code CGB5 and get a discount at CoolStuffInc.com on your Kaitos, your Enduring Curiosities, your Soulstone Sanctuaries, your Restless Reefs, your Watery Graves, your Cecil Dark Knights, and any other cards you need. Because this is actually a pretty solid paper deck that hasn't changed a lot over the years. I think of all the Standard decks from the last 2 years, if you bought into Dimir right after Kaito was printed, you've probably had to change like 2 or 3 cards while everything else has been banned or power crept into doom and destruction. Keep. What do you think? Do we shock the grave? Our mana base is going to hurt us. There's only 1 starting town, so I can feel very comfortable waiting till turn 3 to play it when I know I have a turn 3 play I want to make. And with Tidebinder and Preacher, I know that's the case. That's one of the unexpected upsides of 1 starting town. You don't get scared that you'll draw 2 or 3 in a row. I mean, let's go. How quickly can we go to 0? What a great time to neutralize a Llanowar elf with a little stun counter. Just make sure you put a stop on that upkeep. Oh boy. Well, that card losing its abilities to Tidebinder is pretty good. I don't think they can kill me next turn though, especially if I put out a Preacher. From this position, one fetch land doesn't kill me and one shared roots doesn't kill me, right? Because it goes to 2 to 4 to 8. Plus I can block it because Drowner has Vigilance. So this is an opportunity to get down the Preacher. And funnily enough, our life totals are tied after all this. That's scary. That's scary. That's not good. They're in the fight now. They want to trade. Okay. I think we just do that with Death Touch. Like, they can hit me kind of hard, but then they don't have a Tifa. Okay. I like that. All right, Tifa solved. And we drew a solution to Bill. That's awesome. We could get down Curiosity here and draw 2 cards, but we can also solve Bill before any more bad things happen. And get out a Tidebinder. And no, I don't need to blight these boys. They're doing good work. Go ahead and activate Bossing Say, I dare you. See what happens. There's always something to Tidebind in this meta now. That's one of them. Or not. Interesting. Do we play it and just slam this and go for it? They didn't play a land. No guts, no glory, I think. Like I said, there's always something to Tidebind. LOL. This holds up Hex without Pain Land. You want to block? I could have flashed it in after no blocks. I kind of want to intimidate them into blocking even more. Okay, Reef. Sheriff. Try to get this up to 4. Fail. Did they draw their land? And is it a fetch land? And then do they play an Ice Till and kill me? Let's see. I was probably a little impatient in this game, to be honest. I took a pretty darn aggressive stance. Okay, let's see it. They're gonna need another land from hand here that they didn't seem to have last turn. Okay, we're fine. We're safe. There's a Kaito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, all right. Power up. Bat. Before damage. Shoot. Sheriff. With Soulstone mana, it's still in combat, and it's a lethal attack. Got away with, I think that was not my best blue maging, but we'll work on it. Going in. Please be on the play again. That was nice. Oh, the deck loves me. Unfortunately, a turn 1 spell snare on the play isn't a thing, but Drowner into Kaito seems too good to resist. Not sure when this spell snare gets cast, but one of the things I love about spell snare is that most of the black, blue, and yeah, the black and blue interactive spells for sure get hit by spell snare. It counters a lot of removal spells in the format, and a lot of the red ones too. Just notably not burst lightning. All right, Authority. That's a card. Do I just get the Drowner out to play around No More Lies? Yes, I do. Yep. I mean, they're either artifacts, in which case they might have saw blades here, and that would feel bad, or they're control, in which case this Kaito can absolutely wreck them. Even though it enters tapped, it's still attacking. Do I need a Fountain Port against them? If they have a Get Lost, a second Kaito would be brutal. but it's actually really slow compared to the Enduring Curiosities we have. I think I keep the Fountain Port though. Do I? Maybe I just bin both. The Fountain Port might be nice against them, but it's slow, and they have this authority. All right, I'm just gonna bin both and draw, because we have like 2 Curiosities to follow up if they deal with Kaito. Okay, it's artifacts. It's artifacts. We must go fast. Artifacts is incredibly dangerous. Soulstone can have lack of summoning sick next turn. Kaito can attack. And let's try to draw. We really need a Tidebinder Mage. That shutting down Synthesizer would be clutch. So let's dig. We run 4 of them. We haven't hit one. So what are they going to cast this turn? They're not going to give me something to spell Snare, I don't think. They're going to make a construct, which we want to drown. Yeah, let's get out the Curiosity here. Godcore, go. Not a good hand. Let's see, can they respond to this? Okay, that's okay. We still have pressure on board. Another Kaito. At what point do we stop zeroing and start plussing, especially with the Sanctuary? The problem is I still don't have a Tidebinder. So I think it's worth digging for it the way that things are going. It's got to be close, and there it is.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
There it is. Okay. Give them a life and have this 2/3. I'm gonna pay this 2 life. I don't think it matters much. Now we have Spell Snare or Tidebinder and or Curiosity. They know about the Drowner. And they're passing again. Really? No, they were just testing me. And then they go for Battlefront. Can't be more synthesizers. Please don't be synthesizers. Please. Okay. That's okay. I've got a response to that. No constructs and no abilities from this synthesizer. And now we need another Tidebinder to cut off the Bay next turn. $17 life, so much. Curiosity is so many cards, it's tempting, but no. We need another turn, and we need another Tidebinder. Come on. It's not it.
Now I know you're weak.
Ooh, Bat? That's pretty good. Should put us right in range of killing them next turn. Oh! Well, I'll take the Battlefront, as that's the thing that might hit really good. No wonder they didn't hit synthesizers. Nope, they cast it. But they don't get the construct here. One to the top. So they can activate the Bay to sacrifice a synthesizer to get a fire crystal, or they can sacrifice bricks to get their last synthesizer to make a construct. Oh, Star Cage. Star Cage takes out the Bat and the Cecil. Okay. Sure, they're at 10. So I think this is game. $11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. We're good. Extra! Hit hard. Alrighty. We got through artifacts, which is still a best of one arena special. I was talking about decks earlier that haven't changed much with bans and everything that's happened. I think also if you invested into artifacts, you probably can still play this deck. It's had a little bit of innovation here and there with Fire Crystal, and the God Core and the Pinnacle Starcade showed up in Edge, but for the most part, this deck has also been intact and performing on ladder. Kaito. This going first has been great. Can I do it again? Tempo decks that go first are so much better than tempo decks that don't. Okay. I mean, this isn't a great hand because if I don't draw the land, I'm in trouble. But I do have the Dub Bat and the one Phantom Interference. So let's give it a shot. Why not? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Turn 1 Llanowar Elf. No! Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Bat. No. Oops. Okay. Spell snares detected. Is it detected? What is it spell snare deck at this moment? I feel like I should know it. I think Lessons runs some of these, right? Well, if it's Lessons, Combustion Technique doesn't kill Preacher. Let's just go straight to Preacher. Because you got to think of the future, right? Where you can double spell, play Bat and Phantom Interference. Okay. Back-to-back counter spells on the draw from probably Lessons. Yikers. Big yikers. And there's talent on the board. Okay, we can't let them have a monument, which is probably their play next turn. If we play the Bat, it gives away some things. Like, we take their monument. We want them to cast their monument next turn so much. But this becomes a 2/3 when I remove a counter. I also don't want this to just die. All right, fine. That. Let's see it. Accumulate Wisdom. Abandon Attachments. 3 steps ahead. Right now, nothing here removes anything. What do I want them to cast? If they go for Abandon Attachments, they can definitely fill the graveyard fast enough. I think I have to take the Wisdom away. And since they're holding up 3 steps, they might just pass here. They might just pass holding up 3 steps. Which means I want to get my Lockmare down, because right now they don't have removal. It's on you. They could try to dig into removal with Abandon Attachments, but then 3 steps sits in their hand. But it does fill their graveyard. Oh my god! Is this how Never Didn't Have It feels? We're cooked, aren't we? We must be cooked. Oh no. Not like this. No, don't. And they drew the creature. Insane. My opponent, everybody. Okay, let's hear it for them. What do we do? What do we do? Give them nothing to cast? I could hold back. I want to get the Kaito down, but I also would need to replay the Bat because I have to take that Accumulate Wisdom, because if they have this, I'm going to lose for sure. And then we're just, they attack, they draw. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's such a bad seat. I feel like I've got to get the interference and I've got to get more cards with the Lockmare to try to solve some problems. I feel like I have to. If I, like, is just getting Kaito down here good enough? I need to find Tidebinder as well. If they go for, like, Copy Endurance, interference might be clutch. But if not, I draw with Lockmare. So I think this is a patient turn. And I hate it. I really hate it. But now if they attack into the Grand, I remove a counter from the Lockmare and I eat the Grand. God, I should not say that out loud. The hope here is that they draw like a land or something and they have to put a spell on the stack to trigger their monument that they don't want to do. And if they do nothing and just pass, then I get to just activate Lockmare and get some cards. So they do not do it. Wow. They just level up. Well, I don't want to tap their Gran. I'll shoot their Gran. That seems fine. Nice top deck. Okay. We're in it. So Wisdom is still a thing. Phantom Interference is still a thing. The Lockmare could come back to my hand. Or I could deploy the Spyglass Siren and get more out of my Lockmare. This is tough. I really need a Tidebinder Mage. Patience. Stay patient. Stay patient. We need them to overextend somehow. They did cost reduction off talent, so they're setting up for a really good turn. I don't know if this is going to counter anything useful, but if they try to copy their monument to endurance here, I can still counter it. Okay. Well, at least that's a draw that didn't trigger their monument. It could have been a lot worse. It's interesting that they played this too when they have a line like 3 steps, copy monument, discard, draw, draw, draw. That's what I would have done. Are they going to level this up to deal more damage? No way. They're holding 3 steps and they're leveling this up to deal more damage to try to probably clean the board eventually. But we still have time to hit a Tidebinder Mage. Draw. Nope. Draw. I mean, that's a little Tarmogoyf we got there, and look what I drew. And the mana to go with the Kaito. This is going to work. We've got this. This is going to work, guys.
Your tech is way. The housewarming party
Down to 4. Do I dig? You don't want to tap this. It triggers the discard effect. Let's see. Maybe we can hit a Hex.
Information is
Oh, those aren't it. Good Surveils and Reef. All right, we pass. We Tidebind Monument as soon as we can. They do have this free Gran attack. Oh, you got to watch out for 3 steps, though. Right? It's just 2 blue, and they counter the Tidebinder. So we do have to be patient. The demonstration. We have to stay patient. This is still lethal. So I can't play Tidebinder now. They'll just 3 steps it. We got to get them to commit. Because right now they're still taking too much damage. Gotta make them find more removal spells. They die on the crackback. Okay. Their spells are a lot cheaper than mine. The engine is starting to churn. We have to close the deal. This game has to end here. Treasure might be huge, but they're going for 3. Wow. Yeah, still can't just play the Tidebinder. It's right into a 3 steps. Oh, they're dead. See? Pin him down. Get him in a corner. That's how you do it. 1 more. And they're looking green. Time to get to diamond, baby. On the draw. I'll keep it. It's hard to turn down Flood into Kaito, but on the draw is Scurry. By the way, did Lockmare not show some amazingness last game? Lockagoyf, what we can call it. And now it has to face Jeskai. That's tough. That's tough. Jeskai's a good deck. Lantern, though, doesn't bother me. I think we might be able to get them to go for a stock up this turn. So let's see what happens. Honestly, we should be happy to play control. I usually am happy to play control. Okay, tempo. Wow. Ain't that something? Ain't that something indeed? So many options, but now Kaito is not one of them. I'll just pass, and we'll give this another try with the Drowner. You want to airbend it again? Probably not. If they're not in the graveyard, so when you see Lantern instead of Rest in Peace, you gotta think Shiko. There's your stock up. So, Shiko, good deck. Must kill quickly. Must find Tidebinder Mage again. This is becoming a very common theme, isn't it?
I learned something in
Tidebinder Mages or bust. Hex.
I've got you beat.
Nothing to target with the Hex right now. Okay. Threaten a Spell Pierce or a Spell Snare. Told you. All right, tough game. We're going to be down on board, but we'll keep stunning things and pick up cards along the way and try to out zig and zag them, but our hand isn't well equipped for it. We don't have the removal spells. We have a bat. That's not terrible. We could stun this. 2 stun counters is pretty good. We could also stun it with a Drowner now and then play a bat. But then we're not... Yeah, we want to keep drawing. We need to keep drawing. Also need to keep hitting. Tidebinder is there.
Now I know.
Is it too late now that Chico's on board? I'm going to take it. Is it the bat? The opponent's not going to wrath the board here. What are they going to do? They stocked up again. They're probably full of like Helix. They're probably going to play tempo. Drowner's pretty good here because Drowner can come down, tag the Aang, which means the Kaito is still around. They're not going to transform the Aang here. Yeah, I don't think bat is good. Pass. If they no more lies this, they still don't kill Kaito. Unless they also Helix. I guess they could have all that. All right. The Berg. Okay. Man, we were 1 turn late on Tidebinder. Now we're so far behind. If we had gone first, wouldn't be a problem, but here we are. Town. Get him again. Keep him stunned. It's my best bet. They don't have no more lies mana here, and we're putting pressure on them. Now, they can respond with this Iceberg if they want to get their scry on, but it looks like they still want to hold up their mana for something. Okay. Now, do we draw? I'm getting into the plus zone. This is about to untap. We're probably going to drown it again. We could stun it double with Kaito. I've got so many cards. Let's keep digging. It's more cards. That's how we win, right?
My eyes are as sharp
And yeah,
as
drawing a bunch of lands in a row wouldn't be nice. Okay. 2 town. Stun. Do we risk getting our Flood Pits Drowner countered? because then Kaito is dead. I don't think we risk it, even though it's another turn. I think we do it now. I don't think we don't risk them untapping and having 3 steps, no more lies or something like that. They take their draw. Those heal up. They are at 9. We have a Reef on board and a Kaito on board. So the damage is getting close. And they just cast their Jeskai Revelation.
I'm really not.
Oh, is that it? Is that game? It feels like game, doesn't it? Because now they're at 13. They just hit their land and hit their revelation like it was nothing, man. Like it was nothing. Should have played the bat. Well, let's see how cooked we are. Cooked. We are cooked. The Helix is the easy answer. They do have no more lies. And a spell snare can take out a no more lies. So let's play this. And those monk tokens are problems. So I guess I trade with one. In response, we drown, and they no more lies it, and we snare the lies. Perfect mana utilization. Keep that vigilance thing tapped. All right, no lightning helixes. I don't know. They just stocked up, right? There's no way we win this now. It's impossible. Well, they did play that tapped. Come on, guys. Attack me. There it is. All right. They're trying to turn the corner, but this opens the door for the curiosity, which is what we wanted. Our best chance to get back in the game. Get some cards. Tidebinder, Schism, Spyglass, Siren. There is a real chance they Ultima to deal with this. So we have some of our options here would involve like holding up Tidebinder or casting Siren. No, using the map token before it gets ultimate. And using the Drowner on the Shiko, but then it gets ultimate anyway. We could just use map token, place Siren, use map token. What does holding up Tidebinder really do for us here? I don't think it does anything. I'm going to be real. I don't think it does anything. I think we go for the map plays. What does that do? Just draws us more lands? I mean, that's not great either. But not using my mana is terrible. Like, I don't think I can take a turn off of hitting my land drops. And I don't know if I can plow the road next turn either. So I think I need to invite them to Ultima. I need to get this out of Helix range. Did it. Two, that's a 2. That's going to be a 4. That's a 1. This is out of Helix range. What does 1 do to anything here? Nothing, right? I guess a 2 toughness creature can block and possibly keep attacking through a monk. Another bat. Yeah, I guess I like the bat to follow an Ultima. So we didn't get to draw any lands. We used our mana. And they don't have to Ultima here. I just think they're going to want to. They're a little worried about curiosity, right? No, you're good. I'll take that. They're not gonna do it. I guess they still could. It does end the turn, so they would need to do this first. Yep, there it is. Finally got rid of that Shiko. Been a tough game. Been behind the whole time. 2 Get Losts and a Helix and a stock up. It's got to be the Helix. At least make them leave me with maps or something. And then I could play the Preacher, which probably gets lost, and I could play the Lockmare. What's the opponent gonna do? This is a Scry 2 draw. If this enchantment gets its ability countered, it still has the token, and the next turn it still transforms, right? Is that where Tidebinder needs to live? I think we need to stay... Yeah, I think we need to stay flashy. They might airbend my Tidebinder here. I think I need to hold this, right? They're in perfect Shiko position. This needs to hit a Shiko. Mm-hmm. Halfway dead. 30 cards in their deck. I'm sure we're fine. Helix, yep. Get back Helix. 4 mana open. I'll just draw. There's a bat. Another bat. We're trying here. 3 mana is potentially Aang. There's a bat. Hey, if we catch them. Uh-huh, you want to airbend that. That doesn't bother me very much, to be real. Play it again. Soul Guide Lantern doesn't matter, but this card is a pretty good card. It is a very big card. What am I countering with the Tidebinder? I think I'm countering the Legend of Karuk. I guess I limit what they can do with their Get Lost if I take that. It forces them to Get Lost the bat. Yeah. And it also just makes it more expensive for them to do what they want to do next turn. When they top, is in No More Lies. And there. Saga defeated. Because it now has its last counter on it, it still gets sacrificed there. Oh, look, they topped another one. Oh, that's... When all your top decks are good, am I right? It's just an endless value train that never stops. That's why it's a fun deck. And they say go with Get Lost open. No attack. Makes it tough to break through, doesn't it? I'll start here. Opponent's into it. Day of Judgment's a card. That they probably want to cast no matter what? No, not necessarily. I can still play that against them. Give me the Get Lost. Right now, there aren't good attacks. Well, I guess if they trade this, right? I'm pretty happy. Because now they don't have a 4/4 Flying Vigilance. But they're planning to get this one, so I'm sure that's part of the equation. So now, land go. They don't use their Get Lost. They ride their value train. We are running out of cards. We have tried. I really, really have tried. But this game was not meant to be. Soul Guide Lantern Get Lost also does deal with a curiosity. Gotta keep that in mind. Nothing. Because they have Monastery, right? So they can grind me out now. And they don't want to give me maps. Yeah, the tempo version on the play, rough. I mean, it's kind of doing what we're doing in different colors. Although they have way better Haymaker threats. I mean, we did get Jeskai Revelation on 7. That's brutal. And obviously, if they find another one of those, there's no way we can overcome. I'm good. That sucked. But just turn it around, man. Just let me go first, and I think we can win that.